Unicorn Circuit.
Welcome to the Unicorn Circuit, your weekly dose of car news, fanking, tinfoil, hat cat, weird foods, mailbags, your bags, ball bags.
Stuff off the internet from the Unicorn. It's called the Unicorn Circuit. Why is it called the Unicorn Circuit? Good question. Someone out there knows. I don't.
This is true. Of course, we've been super busy with our HQ build. By now, you may have seen us dressed as police officers, flying around in a Dukes of Hazzard style menagerie of silliness and cross-cultural
Yes.
things.
All in the aim of making a cool thing that Super Cheap puts out and goes, hey, we sell oil, come have a look at it.
Yes.
Which is like, it seems like a good enough reason.
What I think is unique about it is that all the different competing oil companies all get together and do one ad.
Yeah.
Like, it's almost like you get like Pepsi and Coca-Cola and they combine their budgets to make one ad about how
hey,
cola's awesome.
You should go and buy cola.
And then get you and me dressed as bubbles floating around inside a big vat full of
pop!
stuff.
Full of pop.
Anyways, of course, this week we have released a behind the scenes of the HQ build, which is on this channel.
It's long.
We basically took a GoPro with us. It goes for about an hour and kind of wanted to take you guys on a bit of a journey of what goes on behind the scenes. It took 3 days to film it, and I suggest you watch it because it's entertaining. It's not on this channel. You've got to click over to the other channel, which is there. But also on this channel this week, the Skid Factory.
Yeah.
With a new episode.
Skid Factory's
which
big
is
this
awesome.
week, so it just came out. They're back working on the Bedford, so they had like 11 episodes of working on this epic build, which is an old Bedford van. They're putting a Ford Barra engine into, turboing it. Total, like, it's crazy. That's not going to the safety thing because the YouTube comment sections loves to get into the safety thing.
Okay.
Sometimes. But they let that build go because they were going over to America to go and do drag week, which they did, which was a lot of fun. And so now they're back in the Bedford, a whole bunch of parts are right and it's getting real and stuff's going in it.
Yeah, so you will see that. So that's probably a pretty good segue to jump ourselves right into the news. So first up, of course, on the news this week is the big project that we have been working on, which is the HQ police car that we've made. That ad has now come out. It aired on TV nationally on the weekend, and you can see it by clicking on the thing or clicking down there.
Are you ready
it
for
was pretty epic, and there is the behind the scenes, as we mentioned. We'll link that as well.
Are you ready for a very quick 10-second Q&A? You're going to answer, I'm going to fire you questions.
Sure.
Was it painted or wrapped?
Both.
Why did you use an LS?
Because it was easy and it worked and it was available.
Why are we wearing high vis?
While we were building it.
While we were
because you
wearing
get
high vis,
20% discounts and safety first.
Exactly. Wait, I got more. Did I already ask the painted versus wrapped thing?
Both.
Why did we go manual?
Why?
Yeah.
For skids?
Yeah, good answer. Why didn't we put a bigger diff in it?
Because we thought that it would be driving just on dirt roads, not through paddocks.
Were there any incidents of the car braking?
Multiple times. It was a 3-day shoot and we went through 3 diffs, just like everyone in the YouTube comments told us. The YouTube comments were right.
They predicted it.
They predicted
that
it.
we'd bust a diff.
Yes.
Busted out. Why are we wearing American-style police officer uniforms?
Because it was meant to be a silly melange of styles. As far as I know, it was a homage to Dukes of Hazzard. But some people had said, why was the car done up like an American car? It actually wasn't. That was like our take on like a 70s. If you look at like New Zealand cop cars or Australian cop cars, that's kind of what they look like. They have like a single little light on top, like just a little dome light.
Which wouldn't look as cool on camera.
It just didn't look as cool. And so when you're doing a prop car like this, a lot of things don't always make sense, but also that music was added later and what you're seeing was not real time. There's editing involved. So it is meant to be a fun, kind of crazy take on different worlds. Was the decision. That helicopter was wrapped as well, by the way. Like, that's a big job. Like, just getting that police helicopter, like, they're going to wrap it up with chopped fingers and everything.
There you go.
That was a good Q&A.
I think I was up to eight questions.
Was there any more?
8 questions. How many days did it take to shoot?
It was 3 days for us to do the car, and then the wrap and stuff, which we didn't talk about in the behind the scenes actually, was getting done overnight by some wrapping people, like literally getting done at night times. Then the car was shipped up there, and then it was 3 days shooting from pretty much 5 in the morning till it got dark every night.
Last question, 10 of 10. Was it more or less dangerous than jumping out of a helicopter in New Zealand onto a mountain?
I think it was more dangerous.
Heaps more dangerous.
I think it was way more dangerous.
I wasn't even driving. A lot of those shots, some of the shots at the beginning are me doing skids.
A lot of them
and
are
then
you,
a lot of the other shots towards them when they're like pulling up to a bridge is a stunt guy who is a professional driver. Every day he drives a stunt vehicle.
And even if we wanted to, we were not allowed to. Because there was a stunt team, the guys in the trophy trucks, and one of the stunt drivers who is a professional stunt driver who's a stunt guy at Movie World, who does the drift show. They have this kind of communication thing that they do together. And when they're flying down the road at high speed, when there's actually that crash taking place, we were not in the car at that point. They didn't even have the normal camera guy in the car. They had a stunt guy driving, a stunt guy passenger, and a stunt guy strapped in the back with a camera because they're just like, you're not allowed in there. And as I said in the behind the scenes video, I trust myself driving because I am me. And I also trust him because he's my man wife. But pretty much, I mean, I'm talking about at speed.
At speed, I'm your man wife, that's right.
No, what I mean is, if I get in a car with you, I trust that I'm going to get out again. And
I'm
vice
Turbo
versa,
Yoda's
hopefully.
travel wife.
What does that mean?
I'm Turbo Yoda's travel wife.
I thought you were my travel.
No, terrible. Anyway, so a lot of those shots where they were doing really crazy stuff, so there was like that top level of like full of stunt guys, and there's stuff that's a bit more mild.
You're an automotive polygamist.
He was still in the car.
Yeah.
And I'm like, do you want to get out? And you're like, nah. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, I mean, all the guys in the like trophy trucks, they had like...
Are they stadium trucks? We're going to talk about whether they're stadium trucks or trophy trucks.
What are they again?
Stadium trucks?
Someone tell us down below. They told us, but we forgot.
Yeah.
They had like fire suits on. There's like kill switches, fire retardant stuff.
Big roll cages. They're designed
helmets
to
and
hit
stuff.
stuff
And
like
I was wearing
at
a
speed.
police hat and some sunnies. So, yeah, but there was that one point going down the road where they're like everyone out, which I was very happy about.
Yeah.
And they do their thing. Anyway, that was an amazing series. But now that that's done, we're bringing a sexy back. Of course, that's what you're going to be seeing soon. And some new things.
And some new things. Something that will be very handy to owners of cars who find themselves with a vape and a flat brim.
That's right.
Did I just give it away what kind of car we're going to do some work on?
Yeah, a Volkswagen, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
The old version of Volkswagen.
Oh, the one with the boxer engine.
People that drive Volkswagens used to drive.
Yes.
Because
RS6. Some people say the RS4, the naturally aspirated V8 one, is like undrivable.
What?
They say it sounds amazing.
No.
Yeah, no, they do. Like apparently it's like the best hatchy wagon thing there is. The new version is like turbo.
Yeah.
But the V8 one, like 2014 models, which you'll get one in turbocharged because it'll be amazing and that's what it needs. Our mate who's a journalist who spent some time in one was saying like, other than going on an on-ramp, you can't actually use the power. And here's the other thing that I find strange. A lot of reviews say that they're laggy and they're not even turbo. They're just
all the lag,
I
none of the
expect if
boost.
you want
Sounds
V8,
like a Honda.
you want to put your foot down, just go blah blah, not actually have to wait all the way to the end.
Yeah, for it to get
Anyways,
its revs
let's just get right into the news. Ford. Let's start with Ford.
All right, sure.
Can we?
Yep.
Because let's just go there. Ford has been granted a patent in the United States for and I'm quoting this, a non-autonomous steering mode. Now, what does this mean exactly? I mean, this is some crazy shit.
Isn't that just called steering?
Yeah, except instead of a steering wheel, you use your smartphone.
That's the worst idea ever.
So you basically, what
Have you
happens
tried to fly a drone with a phone?
You connect your
Or
phone,
play a game and you just
connect
keep
your
crashing?
smartphone to the car, and then you're asked to align your device like you're kind of doing a thing, so it aligns like with the steering wheel, and once that's done, then the steering controls transfer to the gyro inside your mobile phone. I don't even know where my phone is. I lost it, but if I had it, then that is I think it's forward and back or left or right. I don't know exactly, but it uses the accelerometer and the gyroscope inside your iPhone to steer your car.
Seems like it was invented by someone who's never had an iPhone crash on them or go wrong in any way, shape, or form.
Or maybe someone who's never driven a car.
There's that possibility too. Or who is just going to put other people in the car and they're going to control with the iPhone.
It also senses movement and gravity and angle.
Oh, so if you drop
I guess if you drop it, I don't know. I mean, look, just because these things get patented though doesn't mean that they're actually going to happen.
I used the level in a phone, you know, the little level apps you can get.
Yes.
Because I think you remind me, like, oh man, you can use a level. I didn't have a level, it was raining.
Yeah.
Whatever, so I was like...
I like to use it to get paintings perfectly straight on the wall.
I like using
even when I'm like not at my own place.
Oh, do you straighten people's paintings?
Sometimes.
Oh, that's weird. Is that why my paintings are always straight after you come home?
Yes.
Anyway, so I tried to use one of those levels and I leveled something and then I stepped back and it was like that. Like,
but it was flat. Your room was bent.
Oh my God. No, the phone was off its guts.
No.
The phone was not
Phones
right,
never
man.
lie, man. The iPhones, I'm not even an iPhone tragic or anything, but the iPhones are perfect. I'm not. There's nothing, they always work.
Can I talk about some news stuff?
You're an iPhone tragic.
What?
You own one.
Absolutely
You own the
untrue.
new one that scans your ball sack. It doesn't even let you access it doesn't let you access Facebook until you scan your sphincter.
Dude, you're not supposed to tell people that.
Do what?
Didn't you know? We're going to cut this bit out.
Yeah.
Do you know that with that Face ID?
Yes.
Have you seen all that stuff? Actually, I'm going to talk about this in the next section.
Okay. Here's a
I'm
true.
talking about it in the next
Someone
section.
tell me about this.
We need to talk about it in the cat section.
No, but this is important because I want to know. Obviously, when you got your phone, it said, like, put your face in front of me so that I can scan your face. What I want to know is, this is a legitimate, scientific, educated question. Can you scan your sphincter? Can you draw, if I bent you over and put two of those little googly eyes that you put on a sock puppet and made your sphincter either the mouth or the nose, hung a red Allen snake out of it so it looked like you were poking your tongue out, and then, if you want to use Facebook, if I held it under the undercarriage of you, dangled the Allen snake on the front of it, would it go, yes, that's Marty?
What I was about
Just yes or no, would it work?
Yes, what I was about to tell you. What I was about to tell you.
That's amazing.
Well,
now I want
you've got to
one,
stick the googly eyes on. What I was about to tell you was, so in New Zealand, this is a news thing, in New Zealand, they're talking about if you go through customs and they want to look through your phone, you have to give them your phone and your password. But if you don't have a password and you just use the Face ID thing, that is a different law to making you give them your code. So if they go, give me your phone, you give them your phone. If they say, give me your code, that's like next level of legal whatever versus going, I'm going to just hold this.
What's better, code or phone?
Because handing over information is different than following an instruction.
Right.
So
it should be code.
Code is better
if you're in New Zealand.
If you don't want to worry about it. It's only if they suspect you're doing really bad stuff.
How about this?
Wait.
No.
So what you do is.
I know what you do.
Yeah, you don't.
They say we need access to your phone. At that point, you drop your DAX, ask for a party mix, okay? They bring over the Allen snake, and you encircle it, and then they say, what are you doing? And you say, I'm just doing my passcode.
If you want to save some time, just eat the Allen snake on the plane on the way over.
Yes. So, but what you're saying is, because someone must have done it, you can use your penis or your butthole as
your Face ID.
Can you?
If you've got the goggly eyes.
Wow.
That's why goggly eyes have gone up a lot on eBay. They're very expensive. But
That's
how good is that
amazing.
for security? They go scan your face and goes, bap-bow, 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 access denied. You do it 10 times and it wipes your phone.
Oh.
Yeah. But then if you want to get to your phone after you get through customs, zip, whoop, hey, I'm in.
Wow. Are we sorry? It is a car show. It's kind of meant to be a car show.
Digested?
No. But to the four people still watching, we appreciate it, and we're going to get back to car news. What do you got, Martin?
I'm going to talk about the stadium trucks.
You should talk about something good, because I'm finishing with Volkswagen, so you should talk about something good.
I've got a couple of good ones. The stadium trucks, the trophy trucks, the things that you've seen in that Super Cheap Auto ad, which are
powered
awesome.
by V8s as well.
So they have like a race series. Like, it's a bit of fun, but it's actually the real deal, because they're big in America too. Like, our American friends who are watching would have seen them also. It's a really cool thing. It's basically just a really... No one from America's watching. It's a really tough chassis with like an LS3, LS7, some like quite modern V8, just a package like what our mate Dennis McCarthy puts in his cars. It's just a simple V8 thing, heaps of suspension travel, really tough. They can run into things, they can do jumps, and they can handle all this stuff. What happened was a wheel came off one at a race, and it like hit the grandstand or hit someone or whatever. And so the National Motorsport body in Australia that runs all that said, you got to fix that issue.
Yeah, right.
And so they now got to put like better wheels on, and it was, I believe, a cast wheel.
Yeah.
And now they want them to go into forged wheels. And this is the thing we talk about a bit, where if you've got like a basic cast wheel, maybe they're more likely to break versus something that's forged. So why are forged wheels so much more expensive? It's because the process is more expensive. Often they're made out of like more expensive material. So that's the issue they're going through at the moment. It's probably one of those issues. It could have been caused by, a rattle gun ran out of air or battery or something, and that's all it takes. It's all it takes when they're going that fast under those conditions for something to go wrong, and then bang, they're banned. So at the moment, that's all going through the courts. There's like QCs arguing in courts where they should be allowed to have stadium trucks back. I think this is tricky with racing generally. Because stuff goes wrong. Go more look at rallying, go and look at F1. Stuff flies off these cars. Like, it's dangerous. That's why when you go and watch these things, it says, sign here to say, like, you accept that there's risk.
Yeah.
So pretty full on, but
wow,
hopefully they
crazy.
get
and hopefully
they get through,
okay,
because it's really cool.
All sorted.
It's really cool, and people love watching it. So I hope they work it out.
Project Binky. You've been checking out some crazy mini stuff?
Yeah, I mean,
those guys are awesome. I'd like to give a public invitation for you gentlemen to come and visit us in Australia. We have nuggety cars for you to drive. We will boil the kettle and you can show us some of your wizardry and we will show you some of our nuggety creations. Come out to Australia. It's great. Your convict brethren are waiting for you. This is a genuine and open invitation. Come and visit us. We'll work on something. We'll work on a Daihatsu. Come for a few days. Or we just don't film anything and we just have a tea and go for a nude run.
That sounds good too.
If you'd like to do that. Martin.
Okay,
and that was my segue to Europe.
I'm going to go to Europe. Do you want to? I'll go to Europe, then you go to Europe.
No. All right, so in Europe, no, because let's finish on something good. Otherwise, we're finishing on Volkswagen. No, no one wants to finish on the Sphinx.
I got good stuff.
All right, some people are into that. All right, so Volkswagen, the Volkswagen. Their sales have recently dropped across Europe by 50%. It is alleged.
Is that real?
Yeah, it is.
Are you
actually.
sure this is real?
Yeah.
That feels like something that someone would troll and go, ha, got you.
Yeah, well, they're stockpiling cars. They're stockpiling cars because they have not been able to get the cars delivered to the people because what used to be known as the NEDC, which is the New European Driving Cycle, that test has now been replaced with, this is actually interesting, the World Harmonised Light Vehicle Testing Procedure. This is like an overhauled set of fuel consumption and emissions testing rules. And guess who didn't pass them?
Oh, really?
Volkswagen.
Vag?
Yeah. I don't know about the other Vag cars, but I know Volkswagen didn't. And so how has that affected Australia? Well, apparently like the base model Golf, the like 110 TSI or something,
petrol ones?
Didn't get through.
Diesel ones, both.
According to one source that I saw, it says that like manual Golf Rs and GTIs have been culled.
Manual only?
I think so. And over in Europe, they've had to hire airport space to store cars in because people who had ordered cars, then this new testing had come in. Now the cars don't meet that, so they can't deliver them. But I do understand their range topping vehicles, like their most selling cars, the Golfs, now do meet the new WLTP requirements, but that's like pretty epic that someone just goes, I'm changing this thing now, and now your like sales go down.
Fuel and emissions is going to change cars wildly as we know it.
Until everyone's running on batteries.
And then they argue about the emissions at the factory making the batteries, as they already are. But
there's smoke going up over there, so we may as well all just make smoke.
Yeah, I know. Like I'm not surprised one bit that this is happening. You know what else is happening in Europe?
Yes.
What?
A lot of snow.
Is it snowing a lot there?
I have no idea.
Probably is snowing. They're going to have, if we have a very hot summer, they generally have a crazy cold winter. That's the thing that goes, the news cycles back and forth.
Martin, what else is going on over there?
Last week we spoke about...
Did they make a cool BMW yet?
No, well, yeah, actually. There's a couple of cool BMWs, believe it or not. So one is the one that's based on that Supra, or the Supra that's based on the BMW. Yep. They've brought out all these new body styles now, and they're saying it's not like the Supra. We're not doing what the Supra's doing. We're doing a different thing, which I think is good because people who like the sharky-looking convertible...
Except if you look inside it, like they do what Skoda and stuff do, like the vents of the Supra, they're just like BMW parts.
Yeah, so there's going to be a bit of that. But last week I think we spoke about, I think the Renault Peugeot, I always think they're the same for some reason, talking about doing electric cars. Now they're talking about...
Now that is boring.
Well...
Sorry, I know that electric cars can be boring. So now Peugeot with electric, that's as boring as
Peugeot with an electric car. So
the retention rate just plummeted to sphinctal depths.
I know. So they're saying that they're driverless electric cars. So we're not just talking electric cars. They're going next level to this whole driverless thing I was talking about.
You drive it with an iPhone,
They're saying it's coming in 2025. That's 7 years away.
That's pretty soon.
That's too soon. I don't think
someone's going to watch back at this video and laugh at us and go, ha ha, look, they're doing it, and you laughed at them.
Oh, look, maybe.
You said they were crap.
Prove me wrong, that's fine. They're saying, some managing director dude was like, a car could be a cool thing to have as an object again.
It's already cool. What you talking about,
Of course. And it can still cope with It can still cope with the early morning and evening rush of Paris. Now, if anyone here driven in Paris, I know some French friends, if they're watching, are like all the time. I've driven there once. That was some
that roundabout where everyone's just going any direction they want. That roundabout is like an automotive toilet spinning in every direction, and you're one little craziest nugget floating around.
Craziest roads ever, and they're saying driverless cars are going to hack that roundabout. Like, show me. Like,
that said, have robots beat humans in soccer yet?
I don't know about soccer, but I think chess. Yeah.
Chess, they've beat us. The robots are coming, man.
It's happening. But I want to show you something. So they've posted a picture of the interior of one of their concepts, and I'm just going to show you. You haven't seen this, so I'm going to show you here.
Is it just a lounge seat?
We're going to show the people at the same time. Ready, set, go. Now that to me looks like someone massacred the entire cast and crew of the Smurfs
Yes.
inside that car.
Yeah. It looks like a blueberry explosion. It kind of looks quite 60s. It looks like it would stink.
It looks like wood paneling and retro blue velour-y stuff.
But see, what they don't seem to understand yet in this obviously 3D rendered picture is that in autonomous cars that are safe, we don't need to be sitting here facing the front. We don't need seat belts. We don't need headrests. We want little beds. We want pods. We want the seats to be facing each other. We want to be hanging with our mates. You want to be fapping. You want to be like on the internet, on Facebook is what I meant to say, or doing whatever you want to do in your car, getting a little foot massage. It doesn't need to look like that. But anyway, you should be able to make it look like that if you want to.
Very, very blue. Two more quick things. So, this year at Bathurst, which just happened, cool race, lots of crazy stuff happening. But it's interesting because it's the last time you'll see the FGX Falcon, which is the Falcon we've had most recently, and the current Commodore, gone.
Yep.
Next year you won't see them again, unless they change something, which they sometimes do in supercars for some reason. So they're now talking about bringing the Mustang, and I don't know what Holden are planning on bringing, but there's been talk. They will bring in cars to Bathurst to show people to get feedback on the ZB Commodore, which looks a little bit like that.
Yep. And you may have read during that as well that Peugeot is going to be in that next year.
Well, there you go. So that's the ZB Commodore.
They're not.
But what Holden have done is also made a time attack concept.
Oh, that's cool.
Now that's a bit more of a serious looking, Le Mans looking crazy
That looks
thing.
like something out of that PlayStation game Wipeout. Those like flying cars.
It really does. It's like literally like the kids who were playing those in the 80s are now playing with their 3D graphics and going to their boss at Holden and going, look what I did.
That's pretty cool.
Which kind of looks like what's going on there. There's also like some previews of what the Mustang's going to look like.
Okay.
So that should look kind of tough and cool.
Is that a new Mustang that's not based on the current shape?
I think it's based on the current shape, but it's like going to be all pumped and fat and look like a crazy race car. But as we said last time, there's issues with the bodies of the supercars and trying to make these different American-style cars fit over them and still work within the series.
I was driving my Fairlady yesterday, and a guy in a completely stock maroon-coloured Mustang, like those kind of burgundy ones, I don't know why, he wanted to race me.
Yeah? How'd that go? You didn't race because it's a public road.
Of course not.
And then he got chopped.
But that's just embarrassing.
They sound good,
It's just embarrassing. They do sound good, but I think he was thinking, oh, look, that's just an old... Because they can't next... It's like, I don't care about your naturally aspirated V8 Mustang. Because...
Yeah.
I don't.
You don't need to.
I don't want
But
to.
you could go and buy a ZB Commodore as well. This one.
Yeah. All right, next up. Is that even legal? This weekend, Is That Even Legal? We're talking about nudity. And Martin, you spent a little bit of time in England and probably a bit of time nude.
Yeah, but separately.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been to England.
You get nude in England when you have a shower.
That's right.
Unless you don't have a shower in England.
Have you ever been shopping in England?
Yeah.
How old were you, Martin? Illegal!
What?
Wait, I'm sorry, how old were you?
I'm 30.
Just pretend you were 10.
I was 10.
You were 10? Illegal.
Really?
Did you buy any clothes?
Yes. Yes, I bought clothes.
You did? Was there any mannequins in the shop?
Yes.
Illegal.
Were they nude?
Yes.
Is that what makes it illegal?
Yes.
No.
That's right. You are not allowed to view a mannequin in England if you are under the age of 10. If it's nude.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you ever have a bit of a giggle when you see a nude mannequin? Like when they forget to put the clothes on or
Yes.
It's a bit
I did something to one once.
What'd you do?
Actually, it doesn't
Oh,
matter.
I have that photo.
It's not a story for
I
you.
still know I remember that photo. Do you remember the photo? Do you know where you were? There was two of them.
Stop it.
No, there was two, but then the one was sort of... No, he was falling
in
over
other
the
news,
fence.
there is one. I've got double.
But he
I've
was
got double for this one as well.
He was falling over the fence, and then
if you're in
helped him
Fiji,
get-
because
you were
I was
trying to get him over
in
the fence.
Fiji, I had a
And I clicked the
little
photo
holiday.
right when you were trying to help get
Fiji,
him
not that you would or if
over
you'd
the
want to, except it's illegal to bathe without your top on. You can't go topless sunbathing.
Okay.
Some people in Australia do, and some people are into that, and good for you, but in Fiji, don't do it.
Next up, it's weird stuff from the unicorn. So each week in Weird Stuff Off the Unicorn, or also known as Weird Stuff Off the Internet, we open unidentified packages. This is not mailbag, which is separate. This is a little bit different to mailbag. This is stuff that
It's just stuff that you wouldn't think existed, but the internet has thrust forth upon us.
has supplied us.
What have you got there, Martin?
I have no idea. It has no markings on it. It doesn't say who it's from.
Have a look.
It's from Botany in New South Wales. But
What do you reckon that does?
I don't know. We will find out, as will the rest of the world and the 5 other people watching.
It's got quite a bit of weight to it. Martin, we've had a lot of mysteries on this show, but I do not know what that is.
What's it do? It doesn't do anything, dude.
It looks like it's like a car part. Does that bit come off? No? Does anyone know what that is?
I have a feeling that probably came from eBay. It looks like an eBay. Like, is that one of those things where you buy, like, I bought a bike?
Oh, is it a hand exerciser?
Maybe it's like you bought a bike and then this shows up? Like,
I don't know.
What's it do?
Oh, maybe it's a fat activation exercise device. I don't know what it is. If anyone knows what that is, please let us know, because that's a damn
That
mystery.
is indeed, that absolutely fits this part of the show.
Maybe you're meant to push it in,
off the
stick
internet.
it on your face, and it doesn't stick.
It doesn't work. What's it do?
I think it's got something to do with activating your iPhone. Let's just move it on, everybody. Let's move on to my crap car. Oh, pencil sharpener.
No, it's a fart noise maker. I think. Yeah.
Are you sure?
I think I worked it out. Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Oh, is that what it is?
I think so.
So we've worked it out, everybody. We are in the wrong section, but here we go. There you go.
I got it.
There you go.
Yeah.
So this is my
now it's
crap
really
car.
going.
And this week we have one of our favourite vehicles of all time, and one of Turbo Yoda's favourite vehicles. Will it fit the Unicorn circuit? Yes, it will, because this week we have a Honda Civic.
Hello, the Unicorn circuit. You ask it, you will get it. My name is Victor, and I'm from Russia. And this is my crap car. It's 1988 Honda Civic. As you can see, it has racing interior, one seat for weight reduction from Honda Integra, OMP steering wheel, Moog shift knob, no glove box because of weight reduction. This is weight reduction 2 and this is 2. Everything is broken. What is not broken is missing, as you can see, and this is weight reduction 2. And this is why I relocated the battery, because it does not fit anymore under the bonnet. Washer fluid bottle from Lada, it does fit Honda. Nozzles from the Lada 2, it does fit Honda. The engine from the Integra, it consumes more oil than fuel. No power steering, no air conditioning. High pressure fuel pump from gas, also fit your Honda. Rubber paint, with Albina wheels, proper stickers for this car. This is a possibility to reduce the weight even more. I relocated the battery into the trunk using BMW wire, and this mount is from Lada 2. It will fit your Honda. The real wiper doesn't work. I don't know why. And this is my air conditioning, but I turn it off for the winter. And this is how electrics looks like. And of course, the most important thing in Russia, the dashcam. Instrument cluster doesn't work. And you can see the precision of the gas pedal. And that's it. Thank you for watching.
So there it is. If you would like to feature your car on the show, you can send your videos into us at mycrapcar@theunicorncircuit.com. Upload it to YouTube. Don't put music in it, because sometimes it'll copyright claim the thing, or it just doesn't work. Then upload them to YouTube, send us an unlisted link, and we might put them on the show. And then quick tip, don't copyright claim us once you send us the video and ask us to put it on the show, because that's a dick move. Pa-ding! Next up, Martin, what do we got?
It's tinfoil hat. Cat. This week on Tinfoil Hat Cat, we have spoken a little bit about this organisation known as Uber. They want to do flying cars, they want to do automated cars, they want to pick stuff up. Have you heard of Uber Eats?
Of course.
Where you can order the food. It's not in every city and every place, but you can basically go on your phone and you order food from local restaurants. An Uber homie comes and gets it, brings it to you, you eat your food, they get paid, everyone wins.
Full disclosure, we use Uber Eats sometimes as a customer.
Yeah.
But at our restaurant, we do not use Uber Eats as a client.
Yes. Why are we just claiming that?
Well, because it's important to do so, isn't it?
No. Not
Isn't it?
really. No. Not really.
Maybe it would be more important if it was the other way around. If we go at the restaurant, we do use them,
Yeah.
and they've paid us lots of money, and now we're telling you how good they are. But that's not what we're doing.
Okay, so the conspiracy that's been doing the rounds is that if you use Uber Eats and you press send me my food, there's a whole instruction like manual about what you can do. Say you order the wrong food or your address is wrong.
Yes.
Then you're supposed to be able to go cancel order and or change order and change it, and then it gets sent to you.
Okay.
What happens is when people are ordering the Uber Eats, as soon as they hit order my stuff, it's straight away saying that the restaurant is preparing the order, even though they're not actually preparing it. And the reason is they've set it to quickly grab that order, because the second they hit go on that order,
You can't change it.
You can't change it, which means you're charged for it. Now, if the food doesn't get to you because your address is wrong and the driver doesn't cancel it, or whatever happens goes on, then everyone's still getting paid and you can't change the thing. So the conspiracy is restaurants are automatically accepting the orders before people get a chance to change anything, and then people are getting the wrong food, and also you can't...
Wait, the restaurant's doing it or the app's doing it? Is a human doing it?
Well, I don't know. It's conspiracy, mysterious, man. I don't know. I'm not an expert. Someone will tell us. Maybe someone who uses Uber Eats in their restaurant or something can tell us.
Okay.
That's it.
All right.
This is not... We don't dive deep into Area 51. I don't want to get crazies on here like going, oh, the moon landing happened. The moon landing happened, because I know it never happened. I don't want to talk about like big conspiracies like that about going to the moon, and people are like, oh, we actually went to the moon.
Okay.
It's like, dude,
next up,
we never went to the moon. Because I'd rather talk about the Uber Eats
Next
stuff.
up, we're getting into Fank of the week. Each week on the show, we show you a selection of delightful and delicious fanks. Now, of course, fanking is the delightful art of recontextualizing a product's name by taking a photo of it near your penis.
For example, you might be mounting Franklin.
That's pretty good one. You take a photo of it down near your crotch, no matter what kind of crotch you have.
Classy
Everyone
stuff.
is welcome, and it's something for us to be proud of. Has fanking made its way onto the Urban Dictionary? Is it a thing yet?
I don't know.
Has it done? Can
Someone look it up and tell us.
Anyway, let's just dive right into it. First up, Martin, there we go, the dick collection.
I like that. I like the hand blocking the fank too.
It's good.
I love the music too. Dung 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 dung.
He's done a great job.
Dung dung dung.
Next up, Martin, that's the extendable shaft. Good for you. Straight up.
Solid.
Boom,
Extendable
the
shaft.
magic stick.
Love it. I love it's a
Look at
Targo
that.
one too. I love seeing ones from other countries.
So do I. Look at those shoes, man.
Oh, epic.
Whoa, is that? Okay.
I can't tell what's going on with those shoes.
Neither can I.
Nice shoes.
Well done. Next up, Martin, this is the giant white butt.
Giant white buttons. Oh, I'd totally smash those. Do you like white chocolate?
No, despise it. I would eat no chocolate before I ate that. Do you like it?
Yeah.
Do you? Dark chocolate?
I love all chocolate.
Really?
Yeah.
I like the really cheap stuff, like just Cadbury, just normal.
Is that cheap?
Normal chocolate. Yeah, but apparently it doesn't have cocoa in it, so it's not really chocolate. It's just brown sugar or something.
Okay, cool.
I don't know.
Good story.
I don't, you know.
That should be conspiracy hat cat. We
Needs
should talk
more
about
cocoa. Next up, Martin, that's the.
Hoe and helmet spray.
That's pretty good.
I mean, when you dig in your garden, you got to spray that
Martin,
stuff
that's
on.
the
Right?
foot-long sausage. Is that a sausage?
Is that a sausage roll?
It's a sausage
I
roll.
would wrap
It's a
my
foot-long.
laughing chops around that sausage roll
That's almighty.
all morning.
Look at that. Martin, that's clam
Oh,
juice.
that doesn't even need a thumb.
That's disgusting.
What is that?
Would you drink it for money?
No.
No?
No. Even
Even if...
nah.
if you wanted
Nah.
to.
Nah. People actually drink that.
It
Where
must
did
be
you
a
find
thing.
that?
Must be a thing. Well, it's in mils, so it's a country that uses mils, because some countries use ounces.
Well, it's in English and French, right?
I don't know, man. That's
in Europe somewhere, probably.
No, that's fiddly bits.
Love that.
I use fiddly
Seen it
bits
before.
because it's like $2.
Dries
It's awesome.
fast.
Martin, that's drink butt. There you go. Let's just,
Drink up, mate.
yeah, well done. This here
Butt,
is
pure butt.
no, it's pure butt. Look at that.
That's
Go.
amazing.
Well done.
We got
I
a lot
like
of thanks,
your
man.
shoe. Yeah, there's a lot in here.
Smash
this week. I'll
on.
move it through. Bite with all your might on this bone.
I am mighty bouncy. This
Look at
bone.
that, mighty. Martin, this one here is
But there's so much butt.
it's sweet butt.
Bonus points for Mighty Carmore's lanyard.
First quality.
That's awesome.
Look at the lanyard. Look at him go.
You could buy one if you wanted to.
Martin, this is pickled nips.
Oh, ouch.
What is that? Do you
I feel
reckon?
like that would hurt. That's pickled parsnips, dude.
Oh, I thought it was a drink.
No.
It's pickled parsnips.
I would munch those.
Positive.
Would you munch those?
Martin, pull it out. Of course.
Concrete oil stain remover. That
Look at
stuff
that.
never works, man.
Really?
No, you can't get oil stains out of concrete.
Has anyone made that work? Let us know.
It's soaked in. Just re-concrete.
Martin, this is
Oh, busy? Bussy?
no.
Is the bear's name Bussy?
I don't know. Must be. Look at that. Martin, that's banana lube.
I want that.
Good job.
I like that look. That banana gorilla looking dude.
Yeah,
He's cool.
he's a cool looking dude. Martin, next up the chub. Just
Beef flavoured chub roll.
Just go for
Poor
it.
dog.
Look at that poor dog. I wonder if that dog had to sign a press release. A dog sued someone recently
Rub.
for like having
Rub.
its photo
Does that
on
say rub,
Facebook.
rub, rub?
I think so.
That's makeup or something.
But it's rub, and maybe he needs hands in a bit of a thing there.
Rub till you get a big...
I don't know. Apparently some dog sued its owner because it's like, I don't want my photo on Facebook.
Seriously?
Yeah, it's a thing. It's like, I don't want my photo. It's like, you shouldn't have to. It's like a Animal Protection Society acted on behalf of the animal to sue the owner over some legal case.
Good.
I think. Martin, here we go. Rock hard in 10 seconds. Well done. Martin, that's peenish.
I've never seen a Fank like that.
I
Or
like
shoes
it.
like that.
I like her shoes. Her shoes are
What am I looking
delightful. They're pixie shoes. They're
Peenish.
Anyway, well done.
You could have double Fanked that so well with an extra thumb.
Martin, this wishbone.
Oh,
there
yes.
it is. That's a shout out.
I want that.
You may know, of course, as we mentioned, we opened a restaurant with some friends of ours earlier this year. Wishbonerestaurant.com.au. Check out the thing. And if you come to Sydney, come and visit.
Go have a
We're
look.
there sometimes, not all the time, but we are there sometimes, waiting tables, saying good day. It's awesome. It's fried chicken and like alcoholic slushies. It's awesome. Go check it out. Next up, we got the happy end, Martin.
Happy and soft.
And now we're right near the end. This
Second
one here-
last.
This one was quite clever.
I think I've seen this in the news.
So this
Do you reckon
says,
it's real?
I love Cook's Club. I don't know if it's real or not, but someone sent it to us, and I mainly put this in here because they said the plane fanked itself. It pretty much speaks for itself, but that one's pretty funny. And last,
That's a drum roll.
Mega Bush.
Oh, double Fank.
Well done. It's a double fank, three
Yep.
hands.
Takes some extra creativity.
And when you're using like multiple hands and multiple people at the same time, it's very clever. You don't need to email us your fanks. You can put them on the Fanking Facebook page, which is faceballs.com/Fanking Daily. Put them up there on the wall and we go through them each week, pick the best ones and we stick them on the show. Next up, it is time for My Town.
My Town is a delightful art of you taking us to your town, showing us the stuff that makes your town amazing. It can be any town, anywhere. It can be Sydney. If you live in Sydney, show us Sydney. We know Sydney pretty well, but I still want to see it. I want to see it through your eyeballs. Show the rest of the Unicorn Circuit homies out there
All
what
five
it's
of them.
like. All five of them that are still watching now. Show us a bit about your town. It's one of my favourite sections of the internet video ever.
That's right.
And this week we're going to Broken
We're going
Hill.
to Complete Hole.
What?
Oh, see?
Oh.
See what I was
No,
doing?
you would say
It's not a complete hole.
Broken Valley. No, you'd be
No, I'm going
Complete Valley.
Complete hole
Hill Hole.
is the opposite of Broken Hill. A broken hill, a complete hole.
Is the opposite
but it's
of a hill
actually
a
not
valley?
a complete hole. I've been there.
Yes,
Well, a
I-
valley is a hole in the mountains,
It is a hole in the ground.
isn't it?
I don't know.
Anyway,
Let's go look at
that,
Broken
that
Hill.
sounded rude, and I didn't mean it at all rude because I've been to Broken Hill and I very much like it. I was trying to find the opposite words of what
Someone
its
said
name
that
was.
you interrupt me and I interrupt you. Do you think that's...
Will you just interrupt
Well,
me?
you just interrupted
don't
me.
Do that. Don't interrupt me and I won't interrupt you. How
Okay.
about just try and interrupt me, see what happens while I talk about this. So now
We're going to Broken Hill.
See, no, but that's just how humans talk. Don't they?
When they're excited about going to Broken
Anyway,
Hill.
so let's go to
I keep
Broken
trying to
Hill.
say Broken Hill so we can go to Broken Hill.
Hey Unicorn Circuit, welcome to our town.
Hey, my name's Lee.
And my name's Kaylin.
So this is Broken Hill. We're located about 40 k's away from the South Australian border. So one of the many things we've got in Broken Hill is the Royal Flying Doctor Service. So Broken Hill also has a really big car culture. It has for years and years. This is at my folks' house. That's my crap car, but it's going to be my good car one of these days. There you are. There's a really big red seat. One of the highest points in Broken Hill. That actually isn't a sand crawler from Star Wars. That's actually a memorial for all the dead miners that have actually passed away here in Broken Hill. So Broken Hill is also a really, really big art town as well. We've got a giant ant. Broken Hill's also been in lots of movies over the years. This hotel over here, this is the place where they actually had Priscilla, Queen of the Desert filmed.
On the outskirts of Broken Hill, we have Silverton.
So Silverton was established in 1881. There is a lot of different things out here. There's art galleries, there's an historic pub, that's an awesome pub by the way. Down the road we've got a bakery, and over there, if you can see, is the Mad Max Museum. So my friends, this is the Mad Max Museum. This has got a lot of different stuff from the movies in there. For the wind, but this iconic bit of road is actually the piece that was used out of Mad Max. This is where the truck rolls down at the very end. And what you can see out here, that's the Mundy Plains. So Silverton and Broken Hill lately have gone into a really big push for renewable energy. As you can see out there, we've got the wind farm. Closer to Broken Hill, we've got a massive solar farm. This is the main drag of Broken Hill. This is Argent Street. And this has been our town.
So there it is. You can send us in videos of your town.
Please
to
do.
mytown at theunicorncircuit.com.au.
Love it.
Send them in. We'd love to see your town. Next up, Martin, it's time for our brand new section, which is, wait, I know it's mailbag, but then we combine a story with it.
Yes.
All right, so it's time for mailbag. This week on Mailbag and Storytime, which is combined, I was in Fiji and I ended up in the ocean swimming after a tourist boat.
How far is Fiji from Australia?
4-5 hours east, right out into the ocean. It's a beautiful little island. It's like a paradise, even more paradise than Australia. But I went to this little island and and there was about 20 tourists on the boat.
Yep.
And they were on one of those flat bottom, like metal boats.
Yep.
And the boat got stuck on this kind of sandbar thing. And there's a Fijian guy, super strong, fit dude. Like the Fijian guys are huge.
Yeah.
Make great sports people and stuff. And he's trying to push this boat off. And the front of the boat is on the sandbar, and the back of it, the other guy has got the motor in reverse. He's like, nah, like that. And the boat is just not moving. And all the tourists are just in that real passive, like, oh, just sit here, just wait for someone to fix my problem. And I was just like, stuff that, like the guys can't do this by themselves. So I was wearing thongs and just my normal clothes. So I went off onto the back of the boat, and it was probably like water level up to about there. And I got the boat, and then he and I were like pushing the boat, and eventually we rocked it off. And once we pushed it, my foot got stuck in the sand, and the other guy I was pushing with grabbed onto the boat and just started walking off. Didn't even notice I wasn't on there yet. And then the guy driving the boat, who was right down the other end, turned around and just drove off.
Just gassed it.
And so I like jumped, and I'm like, because I've seen those movies where people get left in the ocean, and this island's like about as big as like a couple
so
of
you were
pools.
like
It was tiny.
off
in the middle of the
mainland.
ocean.
Oh, wow,
Like
okay.
in the middle of the ocean, an island like not much bigger than this room basically.
Yeah.
So I'm like swimming like this, and then all of the other tourists that I just helped push their boat off saw that someone had splashed into the water and was swimming after the boat. And instead of asking the driver, oh, stop, they just stood on the side and laughed at me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's dirty.
And they were huge, man.
Oh,
like,
they were big tourists.
130, 140 kilos, which is fine. But when you see that many people all laughing at you at once, and they were all, I mean, their weight actually kind of has nothing to do with it, except that the science of it was that the boat was stuck because of it. I think they were on a tour group, like the group of them. But anyway, and they all laughed at me, and I got back on the boat, and then one guy goes, good on you, man. Like, we were stuck until you pushed the boat off, so thanks.
So isn't that sort of how an episode of Survivor would happen, where the boat of tourists would go on to, or like Lost, one of those movies, and wouldn't someone who was rather large get eaten?
I don't know, man. I don't know. But this is mailbag. I was just meant to
Oh,
be
yeah,
telling
mailbag.
I was meant to be telling that story while you mailbag.
Mailbag is this delightful new section, and we posted a little address you can send stuff to if you want, which I get really nervous about. I want to get sent like a
Yeah, I know.
You know?
Yes.
But amazing things do happen from this particular thing because some of you fans are absolute legends, including
Here it is.
this legend.
Look at this. This is amazing.
Now, I'm pretty sure he runs a business doing this, which would make sense because he's like, hey, I do this. And it's called Say It on Chocolate, in which he did. So he has sent us
a box
full of Rodney the Piston on
See
chocolate.
this guy? Look at that.
He put him on chocolate, and not only is that cool, it's really freaking good chocolate. And so this is a successful mailbag. So what we thought we might do is, we are gonna, if you buy something off the Mighty Car Mod shop, we're gonna throw some of these in the thing.
We might.
We're gonna try.
We can't say because if someone does it right now,
No, I'll get one.
no, I don't think they will.
Oh, because right now is not right now, depending when you're watching this.
No, it's not. Because someone could watch this in a year and go, they're going to get it right now. Or someone, the moment this goes up, they go, oh, I'm going to do it. But then we're not like packing that stuff right at that moment. So do you mind if I just say that if you buy stuff, you might get one of these, but you also might not. But we'll see how we go.
Yeah.
Is that all right?
Yeah.
Can we do that? So you might get a Rodney Chocky in your
Thank you.
order. There it is. What is that it, Martin? We've got random eat bags.
It's kind of
It's
was.
just that the story time and the mailbag all converge, but we do have a random eat bag, so we're going to go there. Let's do it. Each week on Random Eat Bag, it seems my friend and I interrupt each other, and we're going to do this whole segment now by interrupting each other. So
I thought we should do it without interrupting each other.
No, so as I talk now,
But it'd
you've
be
got
better
to
if we don't.
No, you need to talk for longer.
But I'm going to say if I keep talking and then I
no.
can
So I'm just going to show what's in the bag here, and then what we'll
Where'd
do
you
is
get the bag from? Because I'm pretty sure I
someone
got
gave
that
it to. No, if you just listen to me for a second, I'll tell you. So I'm going to open up this zip here, and
So
before I do-
sometimes we've managed to get these food products from like not shops, but occasionally these food products come
exactly from the
as well.
internet, and so I'm going to show you exactly what's inside here by opening the zip because we've got a
I
couple
heard
of.
you can get like boxes of stuff that people will send you that have
That's a little
heaps of
bit
random
rude now
stuff in
because
it.
today we've got some JDM snacks, Martin, and we've got a packet of chips each, but it's not the kind of packet of chips that you would
Do you remember
normally...
when you got the 1,000 lemons in Japan and then you had that massive,
Well,
massive
next time we
burp?
go there, I want to like get 10 of them and line them all up and put them in a thing and just go.
You can buy the orange ones too. I love the orange ones.
No,
Now there's like
I've
yellow.
never had the orange. I'm not really interested in that. Anyway, so I've got a packet of chips for you, Martin.
Just tell
here
us
to
what's in
start
the
with.
bag, dude.
All right, I do. So over here, would you like the red packet of chips or the blue packet of chips?
That's not blue, dude. Did you say that on purpose? That
No, that's
actually blue?
green and that's yellow. That's exactly what I
You
said.
just
If you
said
stop
blue.
interrupt- No, that's 'cause
No,
you're
you
interrupting
actually
me.
just
Now,
said it
listen
was
to
blue
me.
and you
So which
interrupted
packet
me
of chips do you want?
again.
You just tell me which one you
I
want.
want the blue ones.
Okay, we'll take them then
Thanks.
and open them up. Tell me what you're going to find in there, mate.
Oh, dude, I got someone
Actually,
doing
I
like
don't care
a...
what you've got. I'm going to open mine up and see what I've got in here. Whoa! Look at that. Mine are Have a Good Evening brand.
Mine smell really weird, dude.
Oh wow, they smell absolutely delicious. How is yours, Martin? Actually, I'll tell everyone how mine is.
I don't know what I'm eating except it looks like some kind of Halloween snack.
Whoa, they're very
I'm
crunchy.
assuming
Whoa,
that
they're
it's because
delicious.
this time of the year is coming up to Halloween.
Halloween is coming up at the moment, which is pretty exciting, and of course it'll be a lot of party time. They're
Halloween.
absolutely delicious, Martin.
Halloween's not as much of a thing in Australia as it is in other parts of the world.
No, but it is getting there. People are starting to get really popular.
So why
You know
is it
what I
getting more
saw?
popular?
Because there's an Americanization
Doing good, man.
of Australian culture.
Or a globalization of culture generally.
Yeah, maybe. And
Because culture is constantly
people have just
reinventing
found-
itself, isn't it? Like it's constantly updating and changing culture.
people have
not like
found
a
ways of making money out of everything.
That's
and they
true.
just go, you know what? If we don't have
yeah.
Halloween, we can't sell stuff. And if we do
commercialize.
have
Well,
Halloween
this is
stuff,
a
we
good
can.
case in point, isn't it? Someone who's making these literally, they're making money off Halloween.
Anyway,
Congratulations.
Martin, we've got something else. That was the
good.
main course,
I
and
know
now
what
we've
they
got dessert. This here is a JDM kit of absolute deliciousness. What it looks
JDM
like.
kits often actually fit things. Have you noticed that?
They do. And it's
A lot of the
amazing
time.
because they
I
say
got
this
some
thing.
JDM kits in
No,
a
you
box.
talk, that's fine.
That's in the shed that I'm very, very keen
But a lot of
to
the
get
time the
into one
stuff
of my
doesn't
cars.
fit at all, which is crazy because it says it's bolt-on and it rarely is bolt-on. But
Have
I
you
did
heard
have
the
an
expression that
experience once
bolt-ons
where-
have used for like an anatomical part of a person?
I have heard about that, Martin,
I've heard
which
that
is
expression
amazing.
too.
It's when you get
Bolt-ons.
your big toe extended.
Yeah.
Speaking of toes, Martin, have you ever been to a podiatrist before?
What?
I was just waiting for you to cut me off. Have you ever been to a podiatrist before?
No, I haven't been to a podiatrist before. Have you been to a podiatrist?
No, I don't think I have. Martin, they've only given us one toothpick here, which is a bit of a
Oh,
raw
that's
deal.
going to be super awkward.
No, it's going to be fine. So,
They don't want you to eat these with your friends.
This-
They want you to do this like solo.
but this here's a candy apple kit. Maybe I should do it up here. Can you take that for me, Martin?
This actually looks cool.
So the way that this is going to work is this here is candy apples, and over here we have the candy topping. Do people in Japan though actually spend the time making these snacks? Like, or is this just like a gimmicky thing?
Well,
That's just got to go in one of the pots. So you put it in both. It's
but
meant to be only in one, Martin.
there's a whole industry of like people
Martin,
inventing
you
this
suck it in
stuff.
both holes, man. I only want it in that one hole.
Can I try that?
All right, so now that you've got the candy apple topping, then this is the actual candy apple goo
Sauce.
that goes on top.
That looks like noodles. You know when you get the sauce to put in your
Yes,
noodles?
we do not get anything like this in Australia at all. This is like a very unique
You
Japanese
toothpick
snack.
it and I'll finger bash it.
Yeah, okay, so now that that's done, we got to show everyone what you meant to do though, Martin. So hold your horses, my friend. So you poke the apple with the stick, and then that there goes inside the candy apple sauce, like that, and then you dip that in that, and there it is.
But you're not allowed
That's
to eat
your
it.
candy apple snack.
You're not allowed to eat it.
I really want to eat it.
But you can't because you said no junk food.
I know, but I just.
But
this is
no,
different.
I really
No,
respect
this
the
is
fact that
different
you're on a
because
no
this is-
junk food thing.
This is a cultural experience. Oh,
You said you're on no junk food.
Yeah,
and
I'm not.
I want to look after your insides.
well, look
I
after
really
me by
res-
giving me that. You look after yourself because otherwise I might squeeze your ear harder than you want to. Is it good or not?
So good.
Is it really good? Is it?
I didn't lick that.
No, it's okay.
No, you need
I'm
this.
just- no, because I just want to do it like this. Is it really good?
So good. Far out, man.
As in, how does it rate in terms of the lolly
That's
experiences
8.5
that you've
out
had?
of 10 in like just general
Really?
lolliness.
That's
It's that
amazing.
Really like super sweet, but not so much that it like hurts
That's
your
a
face.
high quality JDM candy apple.
Highly recommend that one.
I'm going to
almost choked on
say
it. I'm going for seconds.
well done to whatever that thing is. I'm going to. Oops.
You going for another one?
I'm going for another one. Absolutely.
So good. Far out, man. This is a great invention. Why don't we have these?
Why is this like so much better than like the squid and
Ah.
stuff? And remember the time on the show we ate like what did we eat? We ate cicadas and stuff.
Oh, that was bad.
Oh, you're mixing the worlds together now, man.
This is going to be terrible.
Um,
That's it.
there it is. That's the unicorn song for
Thanks to
another
the
week.
3 people that stayed with us to the
Thank
end.
you to those 3 people who are still there at the end.
If you're still here at the end, you should write it and let us know.
Yeah, just write. What should they write? We need a code
We need a
word.
code word.
Candy apple. Candy apple, and no one else will know what it means. Why does it say candy apple? You don't know why it didn't say candy apple because you didn't stay to the end. You interrupted yourself, just like we interrupt ourselves all the time. There it is. See you next
Have
week.
an awesome week. Bye-bye.
Unicorn second.